Hi, everybody, and welcome to day three of, of the Activation Affirmation Challenge for 2020. So today I want to talk a little bit about vulnerability and what happened. This really came up because of a client that I was working with. Um, what, you know, what I work with people on is really to be able to create changes and to step into a more fulfilling, satisfying life, create the changes, identifying those whatever it is that needs to be changed. Everybody's different. But what happened is, through this conversation that I was having with her, it was like she just kind of came to this realization, that it's like I really want to make this change, but I'm scared. I feel exposed. I feel so vulnerable because this isn't how I normally work. The things that we were talking about stepping into. And what I shared with her was this is, how many times do we have things that we need to do, or we need to try something new, or we need to just literally somehow step out of our box? And that can be scary. That totally makes us feel vulnerable, like we're just exposed and whatever can happen. And we don't know what's going to happen on the other side. But if you've ever had something like that happen where it's like, okay, I need to do this. I'm not real comfortable with doing it, but I got to do it anyway, right? What happens is when we walk through that, when we don't let it hold us back, because a lot of times people will like, okay, I got to do this, and they'll step right up to the plate. And then when it's really the go time, they'll be like, oh my God, I'm stepping back. I've done that. I've done that many, many times. In fact, that is one of the whole motivations behind me doing this challenge, is to challenge myself to be vulnerable and do it anyway, to show up. And what happens is when we do that, when we get to the other side, after we've done it, it's like, man, this feels so good. It feels so awesome, like we're empowered. And what we literally are doing is building strength through the vulnerability that we're willing to have. So that is literally today's affirmation, is that I am building strength through my vulnerability. I'm building strength through my vulnerability. I'm not allowing it to hold me back. I'm not walking away from opportunities. Have you ever done that, where you walked away from an opportunity and it's like, man, if I would have just done it, it would have been so much better. But then we end up kind of with regret. But if we're allowing ourselves just to keep moving forward, whatever that means, and I'm not saying take stupid action. I'm talking, we're taking good action. We know that this is going to be something that we need or is going to support us. And then the way we support ourselves in the process is affirming that, you know what, this might be scary, okay? But I'm affirming that I am building strength through this vulnerability. I hope that sits well for you, because that literally, that little thing, if you can do that pep talk with yourself, makes a huge difference. It really helps people to just be like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. I'm going to build this strength. I know that it's going to be better on the other side. And I know that whatever it is, I'm going to be able to handle it. So today's affirmation, I am creating strength through my vulnerability. Love yourselves, guys. You are amazing. And let it shine. Let it do it. Be vulnerable. That's where, again, bringing juicy stuff in. That's what we want to do for 2020. So thank you for listening. I hope you guys are enjoying this challenge that I put out there. And again, comment. If you have something you want to ask, by all means, I would love to address it. I'd love to be able to help you with it. So comment below, like, how is this working? Is there things that you want to know about? Do you have questions? I'd love to hear that, because, chances are if you have questions, so does somebody else. So just by being vulnerable enough to ask, you're building strength for other people too that they didn't even know they needed. So I love how this community is able to help each other and interact, and that's what it's all about, right? So much love to you guys. Have an awesome day, and we will see you on the next video.